Hi guys, I'm Swade, I'm 28 years old and I'm a full-time hairstylist.
My name is Emmanuel, but you can call me EJ. I'm a medical representative and I'm 27 years old.
My name is Sarah, I'm 20 years old and I am a student and I also make YouTube videos.
My name is Julian, I'm 24 and I am a singer and a songwriter.
I'm Janine, I'm 22 years old and I'm a student and YouTuber.
What would you say is considered the standard of beauty?
Standard of beauty to me is something that's dynamic, it's always changing. Back in the day I feel like the standard of beauty was for a woman to have more features that were kind of cohesive with a woman of European descent, so the thinner nose, paler skin, straighter hair. However, I feel like the standard of beauty now has become something where a woman should still look European. She is just now able to embrace features of women of other heritages. I notice a lot of women embracing features of women of black descent, whether it be the fuller lips, the darker skin, so in the form of tanning, the bigger bust, the larger hips, the larger bum.
This is a really difficult one to pinpoint, just because I think in recent years the beauty standard has slightly evolved. It hasn't changed, but it's evolved. By that I mean before, especially amongst kind of ethnic women, there was this very prominent idea that to be more white is to be more beautiful. Take Kim Kardashian for instance. She has fuller lips like a black woman. She has a bigger bum like a black woman. Yet she still has a thin nose, silky hair and white skin. And so society celebrates her. Society celebrates black features, but they don't necessarily celebrate black women. So I think that is probably the current beauty standard. To be white, but to still have exotic features.
Have the standards of beauty you just described ever affected the way that you perceive yourself?
This standard of beauty has most definitely affected me. Growing up, I was very insecure and I used to always look down on myself. I actually was involved in skin bleaching, so I did bleach my skin at a very young age because I really wanted to conform to society's ideals of being beautiful, with being fairer skinned and all that type of stuff. So I do think I have been affected by it, but I am older now, so I feel because I am more confident in myself, I am able to understand the beauty that lies within me. It doesn't always need to correlate with what society is telling me beautiful needs to be as well.
I don't feel like that had an impact on me individually in regards to how I viewed myself. But looking back, I do see how I was not represented in the media or in the shows that I watched. I didn't see a lot of women who had my particular skin tone, even if they were black. And coming to think about it, I remember when I was in reception year 1, I saw that all of the white girls and all the people on TV had like really small lips, and as you can see, I've got quite full lips. So I used to do this, like, I used to do this to try and make my lips as small as possible to see what I would look like.
I never thought I was ugly, but I didn't think that I was cute or nice per se. I've always had eczema on my face since I can remember. I wear glasses 24/7. I've always been the tall girl and I've always been slim. So I've never fit into anyone's standard of beauty. So when we were young, we didn't have like social media like this. What we saw was cute on TV and what we saw was cute in the magazines was what we said, okay, this is the beauty standard, and I didn't fit into any of that. Even though I didn't think I was nice, it wasn't a big deal for me because I never really cared whether people thought I was cute. My concern was more so about people showing me respect and my reputation.
I had to grow up as a dark-skinned girl in a world filled with people who didn't like dark skin. This kind of view stemmed from beauty ideals and they were kind of just perpetuated in society. So there were young boys who saw me as ugly and felt the need to tell me that I was ugly every day. Because of this constant repetition and constant just being reminded of the fact that I didn't fit these kind of beauty ideals, I started to see the words white and the words light as being synonymous with beauty, and I saw the word dark as being synonymous with being ugly. So I did feel that I was ugly, and not only did I feel that I was ugly, I felt that in order for me to be more beautiful, more attractive, I had to be lighter. Yeah, this is just something that I just inherently believed growing up, and it took a while for me to kind of get out of that.
What is the issue with lack of adequate representation in the media?
I've got a niece that's 10 and the shows she's grown up watching are nothing like the shows I've grown up watching. You know, it's like iCarly and all that stuff, and those are European looking young females that look absolutely nothing like her. My niece is
quite tall, she's dark skinned, natural hair, and when I see her, I'm always like, you look so pretty and you're so beautiful, and I always make sure I echo that in her ear, because I would never want her to grow up thinking that, oh, but I don't look like iCarly, so I'm not enough, or I don't look like all these other people that are on the TV now, so does that mean that I'm not beautiful? Because I don't feel like there's a representation in the media now for young people anymore. If that's all you're seeing every day and everyone wants to be around these characters and talk about these characters in the media, you're gonna think, oh, I wanna be like them, I wanna look like them, I wanna dress like them, I wanna act like them.
I almost feel like what is being pushed as black beauty is, you know, the thin waist, the big nice, the big breast, and generally a lot of us women don't look like that. So although black beauty is being pushed, I still feel like a lot of people will feel excluded because we don't fit that kind of, you know. I feel like people who are trying to kind of like solidify what they think of themselves will find it very hard to find value in themselves if they don't fit that particular type of, you know, category of woman that I'm talking about. And I feel like they may feel like they have to, in order to appeal to the masses or in order to be deemed as beautiful, they will have to conform to the stereotype.
We regularly get a lot of girls emailing us about how they feel insecure and they're not confident in how they look. If you had a daughter, what would you tell her now to kind of reinforce her beauty to her?
It's funny because I often think about that. If I was to have a daughter, what I would say to my daughter, and because I don't see such positive images of black females in the media, there are some, but not enough in my own eyes. I would have to reassure her and tell her every day and just reaffirm that, you know, you are black, you are beautiful, black is beautiful, and you can do all things.
I would let her know that there's no one else like her on earth.
No one else can be you, so be yourself, because everyone else is taken. You know, the person you want to look like probably wants to look like you.
Everybody, believe it or not, struggles with insecurities. Beyonce struggles with insecurities. Michelle Obama, they all have insecurities.
Your only security that you have is yourself. When you look at yourself in the mirror, know that you were made wonderfully and fearfully.
Know that you serve a mighty God, you have a mighty God that's on your side, and you can do all things with that mighty God.
She should embrace every aspect of who she is, regardless of what anyone else says, because if she believes in who she is and if she appreciates, whether it's down to your hair, your eyes, you know, your skin color, you know, that's the way that God created you to be. Like, embrace that. Yeah, don't let anyone take that away from you.
When God designed you, he took time. He knew exactly what he was doing. There was no mistake when he made you. There was no error when he made you. He made you perfectly and in his image. He made you exactly the way that he wanted you to be made, and so therefore you are perfect.
And one thing that definitely helped me on my journey of being able to battle with my insecurities was telling myself every single morning, as cringy as it sounds, okay, that I am beautiful. Even when I looked like crap, I would still tell myself that I'm beautiful. So you need to tell yourself every single day that a beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset, and because a beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset, I'm going to perceive myself as beautiful, and that is how it's going to be. And I promise you, the more you continue to reinforce that into your mind, the more you continue to reinforce that into your soil, I said soil, into your soul. So the more you begin to actually believe it, and you will walk in confidence, you will breathe confidence, you will wear confidence as if it's clothes as well.
What is beauty to you?
Beauty is not just outwards. Unfortunately, I think society's made a beauty an outward thing, but it's also, beauty is your heart. Beauty is your morals. Beauty is your mind.
I would say it's when someone appreciates who they are, accepts every little thing from your flaws to your strengths. You're so comfortable in your own skin that you actually encourage other people to appreciate who they are. I think it's a confidence, it's a strength.
Beauty is God within us. Beauty is knowing that my imperfections make me who I am.
Beauty to me is honestly confidence. You cannot touch somebody who carries confidence. And I find that when I look at people who are so confident, there's just one type of beauty that is radiating. They don't need, the society doesn't need to tell them that they're beautiful. They have gorgeous skin, they have gorgeous eyebrows, they have gorgeous lips. They have a gorgeous spirit and a gorgeous soul and a gorgeous vibe.
I think simply referencing a quote by Sophia Loren, nothing makes a woman more beautiful than the belief that she is beautiful.
So what is the take-home message from this video?
That we are the future and we are the people who make a change. I don't particularly believe that this kind of movement making black women feel beautiful within themselves would have happened unless somebody decided, I'm not going to allow the lack of representation to make me feel inadequate. Just because they're not showing it on TV doesn't mean that I don't see black beautiful women all around me every single day. So I'm going to be the standard of beauty. I'm going to change that.
Beauty standards are fickle because human beings are fickle, hence they're always changing. We cannot, as a people, continue to keep trying to fit the mold of the current beauty standard. We need to be our own standard of beauty and set our own standard of beauty. The media for now is not going to represent us adequately, so we need to take it upon ourselves to reinforce to everyone that has even a dash of colour in their skin that you are beautiful, irregardless of what anybody has to say about it.
As a woman, to be beautiful, there's more than just what you look like. Think of your mum. You'll describe your mum as beautiful. Well, it's not because she's just outwardly beautiful, it's because she's so kind, it's because she's so loving, it's because she's always self-forgiving, it's because she's so helpful, it's because she's selfless. Don't be so fixated on what you look like that you don't kind of develop yourself as a human being, as a person, that you're taking away what really makes you beautiful on the inside to please what the world would deem beautiful on the outside.
LFL, baby!